May here for this week's Outlandish Comparison. Today we will be comparing Dragonfly and Amber, chapters 21 and 22, to episode 205, Untimely Resurrection. Now, if you haven't read the book or plan on watching the episode, please be advised that there are spoilers coming. Our episode is called Untimely Resurrection, which is the exact same as chapter 21. Now, the major difference in this chapter is the appearance of one of the people who, quote, resurrected. We get to see Jack Randall again, Black Jack. However, our TV show does not bring back Dougal Mackenzie yet. So I'm betting we're going to see him maybe next week, maybe the week after, who knows. But Dougal was not one of the people to resurrect untimely. After Claire and Mary get attacked, Murtaugh goes and talks to Jamie. And Murtaugh says, I failed you. I don't know what to feel about myself. I'm so upset. And Jamie says, okay, well, you know what? Go out and find these people who attacked Claire and Mary. In the book, it's a bit more serious because Murtaugh goes to Jamie and he begs him to take his life. And he says, you are my chief, and I failed you, and you got to take my life now. And Jamie's like, no, you never swore an oath to me. I'm not your chief. And Murtaugh says, no, I swore to your mother that I would protect you with my life, no matter what. And so Jamie decides, wow, that's so touching. So Jamie lays an oath on him now and makes him swear to go find these attackers and take his revenge. In our book, we go to the Duke's French residence, and Mary ends up being kind of stowed away, and she and Claire find out that Alex has been fired from the Duke's employ, and he is taken ship back to England. Now, in our show, we actually have a little encounter with Claire and Alex. It's very different. We have Claire essentially trying to convince Alex to let Mary go and let her live a different life, a happier life per se, because Claire thinks that if Mary isn't married and with Jack Randall, Alex's brother, Frank will not exist. So we see Claire kind of interfering in our TV version. In our show, we see Claire finally meeting Jack Randall for the first time since Wentworth Prison. Now, they're in a garden, and Jack's kind of giving Claire a hard time. He won't let her leave, and till King Louis shows up. And then we see King Louis start to give Jack Randall a hard time. And it's pretty funny of an encounter because we get to see Jack Randall knock down a couple pegs. The King's giving him guff for his uniform, and then he makes a few knocks at how the British are warmongers, and then he's making fun of his bad French accent. So it's kind of funny. But our book takes a very different route, and it's much more intense. When they first see each other, Black Jack is talking, and he says, Jamie, he says. The voice was hoarse with shock and held a note halfway between disbelief and pleading. Jamie stopped then and turned to look at him. Randall's face was a ghastly white with a small red patch livid on each cheekbone. He had taken off his wig, clenched in his hands, and sweat pasted the fine dark hair to his temples. No. The voice that spoke above me was soft, almost expressionless. Looking up, I could see that the face still matched it, but a quick, hot pulse beat in his neck, and the small, triangular scar above his collar flushed red with heat. I am called Lord Brockturrock for formality's sake, the soft Scottish voice above me said. And beyond the requirements of formality, you will never speak to me again, until you beg for your life at the point of my sword. Then you may use my name, for it will be the last word you ever speak. Both our show and our book are very similar when Claire goes to Jamie to try to convince him not to kill Black Jack. Jamie is very mad at Claire when she falsely accuses Jack of being her attacker to get him imprisoned. And when Claire says it's because of Frank, you see how torn up, just upset Jamie really is, because he says, all right, it's Frank or it's me. And he gives Claire a knife and it's like, kill me, because I can't deal with this anymore. I can't live with your ghost. And you really feel for him in that moment, but in the end, he agrees to let Blackjack live for 1 year so that Frank may exist in the future. Also, it is kind of funny in the book, Jamie punches through a window and kind of hurts at his hand, and I don't know, it would have been funny to see that in the film. I really enjoyed chapters 21 and 22, as well as episode 205. It was great to see the exchange between Claire and Mary, and it was very touching, and it brought me to tears. The only thing I didn't enjoy about this week's TV episode was the appearance of Annalise. It just felt kind of random. Why is she here? I thought that they were going to set up the fact that Jamie once fought a duel for Annalise, but they didn't. They didn't even bring it up, so it was like, okay, she's just there and it's awkward. I loved getting to see the Duke, and with the horses, the Duke always makes every episode. He has the best lines. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's Outlandish Comparison. If you did, please like it, share, and subscribe. Tell me what your predictions are for next week in the comments below, and I'll see you soon.